What's up guys, it's your Supah Playaz back at it again with another video. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button as well. But this video is going to be pretty much the most used cards in any deck, pretty much. And I think it's being used in most meta decks, and it's not going to be in a specific order. These are the 10 cards I believe that are commonly used at the moment. If you disagree with me, hit up the comment section. If I missed a card, hit up the comment section, and let's see if we could hit 100 likes as well for this video. Make sure you smash that button and let's get to it, alright? So the first card I'm going to talk about is, the card right here is going to be Foreseeing Hit. This guy is pretty much a game finishing card. People that run red in any deck, any variation of red, has to have Foreseeing Hit. It's such a powerful card. You get to see your opponent's hand and you get to kind of figure out what plays you need to do after that, after you see their hand. And not only that, you warp 2 cards from their hand, which they have to be battle cards. You can't just warp an extra card because that'd be pretty broken if you could do that. But for the most part, the first one is going to be Foreseeing Hit. You warp your opponent's hand and you get knowledge of what they have and see what you could pretty much go off with and pretty much go for game if you really, it's pretty much a game finishing card. And next one is Scrambling Assault Sun Goten. I think this card is pretty busted for a BCC. We had the BCC Gohan, which was a 3-drop red. And when you swing, he was like, you attack and you choose to draw a card, or you don't, you gain double strike. But that card itself is pretty busted because you look at the top 3 cards, you pick any card, it doesn't even have to be, it could be extra card, it could be battle card, it could be a field card, it doesn't even matter. As long as you could add it to your hand and the other 2 put them in the bottom of your deck in any order, it's pretty broken. And if you happen to have, let's just say, Successor of Hope, or any card that pretty much helps you search, you shuffle your deck again and it just randomizes it and just filters your deck so well. And what card goes very well with that card is pretty much Bardock, the Progenitor. That card is pretty much one of the best cards for swap mechanic and is being used in almost every yellow deck to help you self-awaken, because if you're running SS3, it's turn 1 if you open up to yellow, turn 1 awaken, or if you're running any yellow leader or deck, it helps you awaken, like whether if it's Mecha Frieza or Ginyu or the Goku's, the SS4 Goku, Grade 8 Goku. It just works for any yellow leader or any leader in general, just to splash the yellow card in there or yellow engine in there, and it just makes the deck even faster to self-awaken and help you pretty much do your combo plays. And with Goten or Videl, you pretty much draw cards, ridiculous amount, so you pretty much swap out. And the next one's going to be Intensifying Power Trunks, the best 1-drop, better than Kaba. Kaba is kind of on the sideline. I still think Kaba is going to make a come up very, very soon, especially with Series 5. I think with the new Wish mechanic, Kaba could pretty much go for game, especially if he's a 1-drop energy battle card. He's going to pretty much go for game and push for game, and it's going to pretty much pressure your opponent. But I strongly believe that Intensifying right now for the current format, you could pretty much chain attack on top of that. Going on to the next card is Chain Attack Trunks. You use 2 red and you either bring out Zeno, Gohan, Frieza, the yellow card, to pop 2 Resmo cards. Gohan, which is another the swap mechanic one, and pop a Resmo card, or pretty much Goku, Explosive Power Goku. Any card that's pretty much 15,000 or less, you could bring it out for the cost of 2 energies, and it lets you continue to do your combo plays, which is pretty phenomenal. I still see some of these cards being really relevant in the next set. It's just gonna be phenomenal, guys. I'm just saying right now. And the next card is gonna be Unbreakable Son Goku, Super Saiyan Son Goku. This card's pretty much a combo draw card. So it's pretty much a super combo, but you pay 1 energy. It's a red card. It just helps the red engine even better. You could splash in pretty much any deck. It's just, you combo draw a card. It's a super combo, so you pretty much run 8, and especially with the new martial arts tournament, I believe, that leader, for the most part, you could run the Piccolo, Unbreakable, and there's an extra card, I think, that gives you combo and you draw a card. Same thing. So potentially this leader has 12 draw abilities, or 12 super combos technically. So Unbreakable is just an amazing card, and I still see it being used in future sets. It's it's phenomenal. It's just a great card, and you can't even deny that. It's pretty much played in every deck. The next one is going to be Intensify. This card itself saves your butt in any game. If you're playing against an aggro deck and they happen to power up or anything, or those Go-Tens, Intensify will pretty much change the gameplay at that moment. Either your opponent's going to have to use their hand resources, or they're just going to pass turn if they have cards that are 15,000 and you pump up your leader to 20k. They got to invest 2 cards or even a super combo, and most people don't want to use the super combos offensively unless you're going for gain, or save them to defend yourself next turn. But Intensify pretty much changes the turn, and it saves your butt pretty much, and I think that's a phenomenal card. And still, set 1 card that's putting in mad work for in the next few sets. I'm pretty sure, unless they reprint it, which would be awesome. I want to see a foil one. And the next card is going to be Scientist Supah. That card is phenomenal. It's a 1-drop, overwhelm 7, and you draw 2 cards. That card is pretty much a game finisher as well. It filters the deck, you draw 2 cards. It's a Prince of Speed without using 4 or 5 energies. It's just 1, and you overwhelm 7, which is pretty easy to do now. And it just pushes for game, and it's ridiculous. It's such a powerful card, especially with Bardock, blue-yellow, or any deck in general. You splash 2 of them, you're gonna pressure your opponent pretty bad. And next card is gonna be Dimensional Banisher Fu, which is another Fu card. But what's great about him is that you could warp pretty much any card that's 5 or less, or up to 5, I believe, or it's 5 or less, sorry. And you could warp out the blockers. That's what kind of replaced Mass Saiyan for the most part. Mass Saiyan's still a good card to have sideboarded, but this guy just pushes for game. You could kind of avoid an attack battling a battle card, just warp it out, and then you just go to your leader or your opponent's leader and try to go for game with that guy. And it's just amazing. Kind of get rid of the blockers, gets any problematic card out of the way for the most part. And last but not least, my favorite card, and I pretty much splashes in every deck I could think of, is Furthering Destruction Champa. I run 2 of those guys, and it's just awesome. I love that card because it catches your opponent by surprise. I think everybody should run it in their deck, at least 1 copy, just because it catches your opponent off guard and they don't expect it, and just pretty much it's a game finishing card. And your opponents know it too when they're at 2, so they kind of avoid getting hit one more time. And let me go to honorable mentions, just because that was the top 10 I thought were pretty much being used right now. I don't know which one's gonna be used in the long run. Some of them might be pushed out with obviously new sets coming out. But honorable mentions has to be Nimbus as one of them. What is it? Battering Laser for the most part. Mass Saiyan, and What's Coercion. And what would be another one? That's pretty much 4. Those are the 4 that I think should have been on the list, but I couldn't kind of cram them all together. But if I could, I would. But those are the 4: Nimbus, Battering, What's Coercion, and so on. So there you guys have it. That's pretty much the top 10 cards I think are commonly used in this current format. And hit up the comment section if you disagree, or hit up the comment section if I missed a card that you think should have been on the list. And like we always say, y'all stay super.